Hey guys, you listen to the Dead Zone Radio where bones means beans or nails easily smell. I'm your host Bryce, with my two ghostly co-hosts, Joshton.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
I need dollars. All right.
Hi. And Ryan.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft.
There
It's
it
a-
is.
Welcome to the new episode of Minecraft, and we're going to do a Let's Play. What are we going to show them how to build, Ryan?
Today we are doing a new survival horror map.
Oh.
And usually with these things, it's a little bit different today. Usually with these things, as you know, it's usually like some Assassin's Creed looking village with a bunch of zombie villagers with signposts in front of them.
Do we have a texture pack on?
Oh, of course. We have Sphinx.
Sphinx.
We have Sphinx,
okay.
yeah.
All right, I know that one.
Usually it's these zombie villagers that have these signboards in front of them that detail a tragic backstory that's horribly spelled wrong. This time it's a little bit different.
No, well, don't they have voice acting now in
No,
Minecraft?
this time it's a little bit different.
Or an earlier
This is
version.
actually a tragic story about a family of iron golems, and they all have to learn how to live in a society. And it starts with the father villager, blue collar guy. I shouldn't say villager; he's an iron golem. He's an
Iron Golem, yeah.
blue collar guy, and he's got to realize that what he truly hates is not the work, it's not the expectations, but it is the capitalistic system itself that he despises.
So this is Karl Marx.
This is the Karl Marx survival horror. Yeah, that's it.
The birth of communism. That's
Yes,
what we're going to call it.
it is a map that I made
Okay.
personally.
Well, hold on. I know that we're we're not joking about this, but no, like this
We're dead
This
serious.
really brings me back because we used to have a Minecraft server and it was great, and that's where I built my very, very first house and everything. And I built an iron golem, and he stayed in my yard, and he protected me from zombies.
That
It was
is
great.
true.
It was very wholesome, and I miss him.
Yes.
And Josh and I built a very nice tunnel from my house to his house,
Yeah,
which
Ryan's
was
house was really pretty, and my house was like a shithole, but it was great.
I made a nice checkerboard path with all these little half
was very
slabs coming
nice.
up. I planted all these flowers along the road, and then you get to Josh's, and it's just like this.
It's a hut. It's a nice
This-
little flower hut.
This uneven tunnel dug
Mine's
into
like
the side of a
mine's
mountain.
Like a straight tunnel, like straight to my house. Like,
no
nothing.
torches in it. Nothing. You can't
nothing.
see a thing.
Yeah, you were actually at risk.
You
of-
probably will die.
you will die on the way over to Ryan's house. It was great.
I made this cool underground base, and then I abandoned
Yeah.
it, and then and then I made a island.
Yeah,
That's
great.
true, yeah.
I made a bridge house over
Yeah.
Bryce's island.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yo.
And you had that
this
little
is-
It's like wholesome
kinda making
Minecraft
me
moments,
sad,
guys.
though.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
What Minecraft moment made you cry the hardest?
definitely when in this song, Creeper. Oh man.
Nah, dude. Nah, I know what mine was. So because I didn't play Minecraft really growing up. I had the Pocket Edition, the light one that had
Yeah, that
the
everyone
stuff.
had.
Yeah,
I didn't have that.
Oh,
Yeah, you did, Ryan.
didn't?
Shut up.
Okay,
Yeah, you did.
Well,
He
mine
totally
was
did.
the free one, so I didn't have anything cool. It was just the most basic thing.
It's
you could ever do.
creative, and that was it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I had that, so I never had to worry about death. And so when we played it on the computer and everything, I had really never played it, so I didn't know how to build anything. And there were many, many times where I perished in the lava and lost everything.
Oh
And the
no.
most important one was when I lost my enchanted diamond pick named Crust, and it was
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so built
Oh,
up.
yeah.
It was so stacked. It
Yeah.
just tore through stuff. It was getting me stuff like crazy. It was so good. And then I lost it. It died.
I asked to use Crust a couple times to get some diamonds because it had Fortune 3 on it.
I just remember you would be in a Discord call with Josh, and all of a sudden you hear what is that? And then you just read on the screen, Josh has died.
It was
Yeah.
so sad though, man. This is kind of bringing me back. So,
I love those kind of screenshots that you'll see those memes.
Oh,
where,
the ones,
yeah. There's one that says they changed the dogs in
It
Minecraft,
was a polar
and it says
bear.
person's been slain by a polar bear. There's one I saw leaked the other day, and it was this character saying wait, how do you play this game? I've never played it before. And then it says they got has drawn first blood, double kill, triple kill, quadruple kill, pentakill, and it says never mind, I figured it out.
good, yeah.
That's a DPS right there.
Yeah.
But going back to Josh's Minecraft Pocket Edition when it said you never had to fear death. That's something you yearn for in real life.
Yeah, exactly. I long to fear death. I long to feel what it's like to be
He wants to be in creative mode in real life.
Oh,
No.
just do /God.
Yes.
I don't know why
Bryce
like
does. Bryce dead.
/ kill Bryce.
How do you access console commands in real life?
That's a question to you viewers.
Bryce's grows by 150%. Bryce is very big now. Very tall.
Do you guys remember that game? I know me and Josh have talked about this, but maybe Ryan. It was this game where it's like an FPS where you have to like shoot the other person with like mass and like
And they get bigger?
yeah, and they get bigger.
I was just about to say that.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what it was or anything. But yeah, it was like you shoot them, and then if you like shoot them in their leg gets really big.
No, I've never
Yeah,
heard
and
of
that
this.
wasn't a high five. That was actually Josh throwing it back for a real one.
Throwing it out.
Oh, just one little clap.
Just one clap. That's all we get for those moments where we are in sync.
Just a very very brief like. And then it's like done.
Just a
Yeah, it was good.
Wow.
yeah, nice and wholesome.
Wow. We're swimming in it now, boys.
Wholesome.
Oh, I'm so glad
We threw it back again.
that these three white male comedians.
Just start.
This is funny. All right, this is funny. Anyway,
I thought I just.
so I want to talk about this game more, but it was super cool. So you've never heard about this?
No.
So yeah, so you would get in this lobby of like 50 people, and you would, I don't remember how exactly you would gain mass, but like one person may spawn like, I'm assuming like spawn really big, and one person was like really small, or like you all were small and you had to take like mass from buildings around you, and like the bigger you got, it's kind of like those IO games.
Yeah,
Like the bigger you got, the more of a threat you were, so people would try to take you out faster to get more points.
What's
that make sense?
What's that game called?
Agaria?
No. Oh, I know what you're talking about now, but Katamari?
Mm-mm.
You ever play those games?
Mm-mm.
Josh? Katamari, I think it's Katamari Damacy is like, I don't know how to pronounce it. That's like the full name or whatever. It's this game where you start off and you're like this little small boy, and everything in the world has physics basically.
That's cool.
And you start off with like, you're in a 3D world. You start off, maybe you find like a cat or a little crumpled up piece of paper and you roll it. And then you roll it to something of a similar size and they stick together. And then you make a ball and like more and more things.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
And then like soon it just turns to this amalgamation like in a planet or
Yeah,
something.
and you can
It's
just start
huge.
like getting like buildings are attaching to your
Yeah,
ball.
I know
like,
exactly
it
what
just keeps
you're
getting
talking
bigger
about.
and bigger, and it's.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about it. That looks like so much fun,
I
but
know.
something I wouldn't want to pay for.
I don't know. Like I think they just remade one of the like most popular ones.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was it on
looks-
Switch, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I remember seeing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I still wonder, is that game even out yet? That one where we were talking about, the mass one?
I don't know, like, cause I never actually played it. I just remember
It was like Law of something.
I just remember seeing that it existed. Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's out.
Y'all sure you didn't just share a dream?
Maybe. Josh?
Ah, they threw it back once more.
That's 3 times now.
That's 3 times the charm.
Oh,
Pretty good.
I came.
oh.
Booty shorts.
Yeah, what do we got?
Anybody got one ready?
Oh, wait. Hold on. I wrote mine down.
I don't have one ready today.
Okay.
Okay. I did. Highway to Hell.
Okay.
Okay. I had 2.
Uh-huh.
One I came up with on the spot, and that was pickle. And then like one was a word I came up with earlier today that I'm like ashamed of, but I think it would look great on booty shorts. Giggle horn.
Oh,
Giggle
Just
horn.
imagine that.
Why? What's a giggle horn?
You know.
Can you define that for me?
I really.
It's like a spelling bee.
I
Your word
really,
is
like don't know. I just accidentally kind of it came out of my mouth earlier, just like randomly, and I was like, "That is
Giggle
the worst
horn.
thing I've ever said.
okay. I've got it. It just says in like courier font.
courier.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Dispenser.
This- I hate that.
I just wanted it to be italicized, to be honest.
No.
Dispense here.
No. Dispenser.
Dispenser.
That's terrible.
That's it.
That's pretty bad.
They're red booty shorts
Red.
with white.
I always
text.
think these were like denim.
What?
booty shorts, Bryce.
I always thought they were black.
like usually
Yeah.
I would think black, but in this case, you know, like the pink booty shorts.
Yeah, the one that say like pink.
yeah,
Yeah.
They're not denim.
No, I know, but like I always thought like there could be. There always could be.
That's fair.
Think about it.
I mean, he's got
Think
a
about
point.
So
Use your brain.
in your head though,
I think they were like bejeweled. That's what I thought. Which kind of made it so much better.
That is disgusting.
So imagine seeing Enemy of the State bejeweled on your denim booty shorts.
You know what, Bryce? You showed up late today.
Yeah.
I'm
Go ahead
going
and
to tell them.
leave.
I want to tell them. So, like a minute before we were supposed to start the show, I roll up and I'm like, "Hey guys, sorry I'm late." But technically, I wasn't late. I was on time.
No, you were late. No,
I
you
was
were
on
late.
time. No,
No,
I
you
was
were
on
late.
time. I showed up before we started.
No, you were late.
I was on time.
You were late.
And so I had to like rush to get ready real quick because I had like to read stuff I wrote down. And
You were late.
yeah, and then they're now castrating me over for being on time.
You were late.
You know what I'm most upset about is that I was sitting in Bryce's chair. I was sitting. Okay, so like
They
I
wanna
think-
get rid
I
of
think
me.
Most of the people know kind of what the layout is, but just like in case y'all don't, like how it works is there's like a desk with computer on it and then all the stuff on it, and that's where Bryce and Ryan both sit. They both have mics that are like mounted on there. And then I'm over here by myself, like in the corner, like with this like ghetto setup.
We can
where it's, like-
switch, Josh.
No. The thing is I do like my spot, like I do, because it's like fun to kind of like be off and just move around, whatever. But like I was like, I'm the captain.
He's standing
now.
up now.
I was like, I'm the captain now. I get the good mic. Like I get the headphones. Like yo, this is gonna
He's
be
making
crazy.
it. He's making it.
Yeah,
in
it
this
was
world.
gonna be wild. And then everything was torn from me, just like it always is. And
You know, Josh does have the audio board privilege though.
I do have that, so it's only me now. It is.
So like I run the show, as in like I'll do all the setup and the breakdown, and I run things as things go along, and then Josh runs the board, and then Bryce
Sits.
shows up late.
It's a simple dynamic, really.
Yeah.
the host, dude. It's kind of like Jimmy Fallon doesn't do any of his own stuff.
Uh-huh.
They do everything
Oh.
for him, but Jimmy Fallon runs the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally run the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely what the viewers should know. Is that I run everything in the background of entertainment value.
You know
Y'all,
what? Dead Zone wouldn't be here without Bryce,
yeah.
and that's facts.
Say what?
So Dead Zone would not be here without Bryce.
This is
That's
facts. This is facts. But Dead Zone wouldn't still be here without you guys.
Damn. We're getting that
Yeah,
wholesome.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd fall through with it. 100%.
Oh, knowledge.
But I do like wholesome.
Y'all, I've got a little contest.
What's the contest?
It kind of coincides with our booty shorts, but I've got a little contest, and this is for everybody listening, everybody at home that's cooking along, that's gaming along. Y'all, I need a new pair of glasses. I went to the dentist the other day, and they said, "Hey, your eyes are bad."
The dentist.
Yeah.
The dentist.
Yeah, the eye dentist.
'Kay.
And they said, "Ryan, your eyes are bad. You need new glasses." The prescription is just a little bit different.
That's how the
it's
doctor
it's not
talks.
bad. It's not bad. There's a little bit different. But I need a new prescription, and so I need new glasses. And when I was shopping online for glasses, that is, I came across one that I really like. It's a nice red pair of glasses. They're a little bit see-through, like my other pair, not the one I'm wearing now. But I noticed when I was checking out, because I'm getting two pairs. One I can get an inscription on, the other I can't. But the one I'm getting, I can get an inscription on. It can be up to 15 characters, and I can literally say whatever I want. So, anybody at home, if you have any very fun ideas as to what I could get as an inscription on the inside of my glasses, please let me know. I think it would be just a perfect opportunity to get some very funny thing. Are you counting out on your fingers?
Well, I was because I had suggested to Ryan because this is kind of an older thing that we've talked about. Like we didn't talk about it on the show, but we talked about it like just amongst ourselves. And I told him that like live, laugh, love would be the thing.
Yeah, live,
'Cause,
laugh,
like,
love
'cause that
can
was kind
fit,
of-
and
'cause
that's
that was
pretty
kind of
good.
like that's kind of like an inside joke that we've had for a good while now.
You could say eat shit come.
No, I will not say
Oh
that.
man,
I will not do
but no, like live, laugh, love is good, and it fits. It barely fits, but it fits.
That is pretty good.
So I mean, like I guess the goal is not so much like what do you think would be good, but can you beat live, laugh, love?
Say feet
Yeah.
girl.
Feet girl.
Foot girl. 1 foot girl.
1 foot girl.
Yeah. It's either 1 foot of a girl or you're a girl that's 1 foot.
Oh. See, I wanted. Oh no.
What's he got?
Dead Zone Radio works.
It works.
It fits. It's 15. It's
All right.
exactly 15.
All right. And we're all gonna get tattoos of this too.
Huh, Dead Zone Radio. That'd be pretty cool. But what if we break up and then I can't use these glasses
We'll
anymore?
never break up. We're in this
Well, then
together.
good thing
We're
these
married.
glasses cost you like $10.
These are like $35.
You could break them.
Break 'em. You could, that's what it'd be. We break up, we all go separate ways, and Ryan posts like a really edgy video. It's our last thing we ever post on the Instagram. Like it's the last video we ever post on the Instagram where he just like smashes the glasses like in slow mo, and that's the last thing we ever filmed. Post up there.
That'd be pretty good. So maybe it will be Dead Zone Radio. So here's our top contenders. We have Live, Laugh, Love, Dead Zone Radio. I came up with 1 or 2. I wanted to do Enemy of the State, just
Yeah.
like my booty shorts, but that's too long. But I could do Enemy of State.
How much does Enemy of the State get to?
I think it's 16.
So just put Enemy of the Stat. That's pretty funny. It's almost funnier.
Actually, it's 18, I think. But I also thought Baby Slut. Baby Slut.
Baby slut.
See, that just gives off some mixed vibes.
Yeah.
Baby Slut, dude.
Alright.
All right.
That just gives off some mixed vibes right there.
No.
So. Maybe.
Not really.
But well, the thing is I think that everyone listening who wants to participate, you're gonna have a tough time beating me, because I've come up with Live, Laugh, Love and Dead Zone Radio, and those are good. Those
Yeah.
are they're not like funny, but they're good.
I think Live, Laugh, Love, seeing that on glasses of Ryan would be pretty funny.
I think
it tracks very well for Ryan.
I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tweet out from the Dead Zone Twitter, and then I'll retweet it on my own as well.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tweet out what is a good inscription to get inside of my new pair of glasses.
You know what I was just thinking about?
No, I don't.
So, like,
You haven't told me yet.
I'm about to. The Dead Zone Radio fan page, they're always posting stuff based off of like things that we're talking about in the moment.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes when we're doing a show, I'll sit here and think like, what do you think is going to be this time? Like, what do you think is going to be the thing we latch onto?
I know.
And you know what I thought of this time? I swear if I open, and now I'm like worried that
You
I'm
shouldn't
cursing
say it. You
myself.
shouldn't say it
This is
until
a
the end of the
self-fulfilling
show.
prophecy.
I'm worried that
You
if
shouldn't say it till the end.
No, I'm going to say it right now.
Okay.
If I open my Instagram and I see like a porn image or something with my face and Bryce's face on it for throwing it back for a real one, I am gonna be like,
I'm gonna
equally,
screenshot it. I'll
like,
tweet it.
Impressed, but very scared. So like, I'm not saying do that. Like,
I'll send it to
I'm
Aaron.
just saying like, I was thinking like, what
What?
could it possibly be this time, and what have we talked about so far? And so far, that's all I'm getting.
Please.
All I'm
please.
saying is I better not be excluded from
Yeah,
this.
he better be
Yeah.
like in the corner or something. That'd be
No,
so funny.
I need to be
You want to
cheek
be
to cheek.
in the cheek to cheek? You
Yeah.
want to be in cheek to cheek?
Yeah.
All right.
Centipede. Human centipede.
Human centipede.
Human centipede.
Get us
Get
a
it going.
picture
All
of
right,
a
there
human
it is.
centipede
There it is.
with us photoshopped together. I am spiking so bad.
Y'all, I saw a hilarious hard drive
sorry.
article today. For y'all
Sorry.
that don't know, hard drive is it's like The Onion but for video games, and they said guy at the front of the human centipede doesn't believe in privilege.
Dude,
I love it.
No, yeah, because I follow the Hard Times, which is essentially which is run by the same people, but like it's for music and stuff. So like sometimes they'll post like some funny ones, dude. It's usually
know there
it's,
was that.
It's usually stuff like it'll say something like what was it? It was like punk rock boyfriend like does the ultimate sacrifice by making sure to stay outside with his underage girlfriend because she can't enter the club or something like that. And I was like, bro, like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, those are good.
Oh my gosh! Someone said property of Naruto. Is that? Could I do Naruto's boyfriend? Wait,
Yeah,
I need to. I need to see how
That's
many.
good.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Lily,
Property of Harriet Tubman.
hold on.
Naruto
I
makes
need
sense.
to
That's good.
see like if this is too many letters.
Dude, that's good.
That's good.
Okay, let me see here.
So those just tuning in, we are trying to find an
Property
inscription.
of Naruto.
An inscription of Ryan's glasses.
That's 18.
That is
So what about
within
Naruto's
16,
boyfriend?
right? 16
Naruto's
or 16
boyfriend.
words?
Naruto's boyfriend is 18.
No.
Naruto's baby slut.
I also love if we're talking
17.
about like hard drive and what is that called? Hard times, right? There's this one that we all follow. It's Clickhole,
Yeah.
and I just like pulled up a random one, and it says, "This is a quote: Milk is just water with beer in it. It's easy to make at home, and I refuse to jiggle a cow around just to get some of it." Tilda Swinton on why she will never milk a cow.
Oh. Naruto's cum slut.
Yeah, you can do Naruto's cum slut, but if you don't do an apostrophe S,
No,
that works.
I can't leave that out.
That's just gonna bother you.
I thought Naruto's fiance fits.
Yeah, but that's not as good.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't have as good of a ring to it. Oh man.
Did they just post that?
No, that was.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Let's just send your stuff in, dude. I'm interested to see what
send
you
your
got.
stuff in.
So far, not anything like with Naruto. That's pretty good. That I'm concerned for my spot as top contender. So.
Yeah. So
I'm sweating.
So Lily, you sent in
That's just
Property of
not a
Naruto.
comment.
It does not fit the 15 characters. So if you can find something that fits the 15 characters, send it in.
Naruto. See, you can't do
Anybody
Naruto's
else
property
listening,
'cause
if
we
you
do that
want to
property.
send in a good inscription on my glasses, something funny, something amazing, it has to be 15 characters.
Yep.
And I'm looking for like something that doesn't kind of skip the grammatic boundaries.
Okay.
of
Something
the world.
comical.
Yeah, something comical. Josh, you ready for your 3 words?
Yes.
Hey.
But wait a minute.
I got a request.
That's what I was gonna say. There is a request here from Bryce.
Did you not want to do it?
I-
Because you're scared?
I was just gonna get to our necessary one before we got to this.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
No,
it's you, it's you.
Okay.
No,
All right.
the
All
floor is yours.
right. I have a request. Now, as you both know, I have an enormous ego,
Yeah.
huge ego,
Uh-huh.
and I just want you to feed it more.
Oh.
All right. So you both are very incredible writers, right? You, Ryan, especially with your grammatical, and you, Josh, with your artistic writing skill. I want you both to write a fan fiction about me, and it can be about literally anything, about whatever, but it has to involve me. So we tried to pull this on the fan page, but I wanted to just see what you guys can do with it. Just embarrass me, do whatever. I think this will be hysterical. What do you think?
It's over for you. I
can't wait.
At first, I was like, "Oh no," and then I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I was like, Bryce is abusing his position
Yeah.
to get us to give him compliments, but now I'm like,
No, you can fuck me over.
I
Okay.
see.
But then you
Yeah.
have to do it for us too.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible writer.
Well, that's what it is.
No, this is my segment.
Nope.
I could choose.
Nope, it's a two-way street.
So,
here.
Josh, we will make one together.
Sure.
I think
Okay.
And so I have to make one about both of you.
Mhm.
you could make one for one each, or you could make one for us together.
It's two-way street
God,
here.
it's not
pal.
going to be as good as you guys. You guys are just
Sorry.
you're too descriptive,
I don't
and
know.
you're just find clever
Look,
ways of
Bryce.
doing whatever.
Look, Bryce, I say as I slide my hand up your leg.
Okay, it's on my cock.
Just
Your hand is
you
on my.
just need to
on my cock.
consider when you write about me and Josh
Mhm.
who comes in who. Just think about it really hard.
I'm hard.
I know. My hand is on your penis, your wiener.
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate this very much.
Yeah. Well, he's only got so much wiener. I'm sorry. Your hand can't be on it too. Okay, Josh?
I only have so much wiener, Josh.
He only has so much wiener.
Only so much.
Look, but I've got 2 hands. So come here, Josh. Come here. Come
His
here.
hand is on
Y'all.
his wiener.
Next segment.
Well,
segment.
speaking of wiener,
Speaking of wiener.
your 3 words:
Mm.
Germany
Okay.
Wiener. Just
No.
kidding. It's meatball.
and plunder.
Okay.
Germany, meatball, and plunder.
Okay.
If this is your first time tuning into the show, every week we give Josh 3 words kind of near the beginning of the show. And right before we close out at the end of the show, he, during the course of the show, has come up with a rap or a song or a poem, something that has to do with these 3 words. And every time so far, it has been
Great.
unbelievably fantastic.
Incredible.
He takes these random words that we give him and turns them into just a masterpiece. Usually brings tears to our eyes.
I cry.
So yeah,
Well, I do appreciate it, but that's just lies. But thank you.
This is
I-
not true.
I
You'll see
appreciate
for
it.
yourself at the end of the
anyways,
show.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter. I'll get to work on them. Thank you though.
Okay.
So, what's this next thing?
I think I'm actually getting to that after we play some music.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I think we're getting to some
Yeah,
music time.
getting some music time.
Yeah. So
I gotta pee too,
we
so.
are going to get into Black Sheep by Metric, which is actually on the Scott Pilgrim. We'll talk about that a little bit after. And on the Scott Pilgrim. And then, Josh, what are we doing next?
And then next is Johnny Boy by 21 Pilots, the weekly 21 Pilots. But I was like, I'm going to throw it back a little bit. And so we're listening to Johnny Boy. Hey, shut your whore mouth.
I hate Johnny Boy so much.
No,
This
Johnny
guy's
Boy's
a
nice.
whore. Okay, anyways, we'll see y'all when we come back. I'm gonna
Alrighty.
kill Bryce.
I'm gonna be dead.
Ryan
He's
and
gonna
I
have
will
my
see you when we
seat.
come back.
yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You're late
See
to the
y'all
next.
later.
Goodbye.
That was
back.
actually us laughing at the end. Oh, we got some Dublin. We got some Dublin, Ireland.
We're back.
So,
Nice.
y'all, I could do Ryan Uzumaki.
That's pretty good.
I feel like we got better. I feel like we can do better.
That's
many-
that's Naruto's last name.
That's
How many-
12.
How many characters is that?
That's 12.
So you could do Mr. Ryan Uzumaki. Just make it like official.
Professor.
I'm going to sneeze.
Doctor.
Bless
You're
you.
blessed.
Y'all, I got some tweets. Got some funny tweets to read.
Hell yeah, I love these funny tweets. They
If
make me
y'all
laugh.
if y'all listened to the last show, I found this hilarious thread that was talking about these awful first dates. And I think this is probably the last time we're able to do this segment because people aren't really responding to it anymore, and so nobody's really posting new stories.
Yeah.
But I just kind of scoured it last night to find some more good ones. So these might not be as good as the first one, but I think these are real some gems. So to reiterate, somebody had tweeted like, "Send me in your bad first dates," and so we actually this morning at 11 a.m. Last week's episode came out on YouTube, so go check out the Dead Zone Radio on YouTube and watch last week's episode. And
It was a good one.
it was a really good episode. We were walking home and we were really proud of it. So if you guys didn't have the chance to go listen to it last week, then make sure you go check it out.
Please.
These there is lore obviously to each of these episodes. There is lore and there's this is an AGR and you do have to listen to each one in order. So
To understand.
yeah, exactly. So here's some more. So Tinder girl invited me to McDonald's and spent the entire 45 minutes convincing me they were known for their chicken. And she showed me a dent on her car and was like, "Do you want a hug?" And I said no, and she hugged me anyway.
I'm sorry, say that one more again. I felt like I was having a seizure.
Yeah, I feel like I listened. Are you sure you didn't read just 3 at the same time?
Tinder girl invited me to McDonald's and spent the entire 45 minutes convincing me they were known for their chicken. Then she showed me a dent on her car and was like, "Do you want a hug?" And I said no, and she hugged me anyway.
Okay. I think I kind of picked it up.
Just a lot going on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Met this guy on Bumble. Seemed decent.
No. Hold on. I want to talk about that one.
It's one of those things where whenever we listen or we read these things, I really kind of try not to judge people, because it's like, it's awkward. It's like stuff like that is awkward and everything. So I really try not to judge, but like that is definitely something where I think I would leave and I would just be like, I would have to take a moment. I'd have to take a moment to sit there in my car and be like, what just happened?
Well, I don't know if I would have gone in the first place. Like, if our first date idea is going to McDonald's, unless it was like an inside joke or it was like, "Yo, we're both cheap, like, haha, let's just go." Like, I wouldn't think that just coincidentally that we would just be like, "Yeah, let's."
The thing is, it's like, I see what you're saying, but like as an avid lover of Donald's, I'm like,
Sure, but be realistic. Unless you had like a very good established joking personality with a person before the first date, would you be like, "Oh yeah, let's have our first date at McDonald's"?
that being said, like, I don't know where people go on first dates.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty bad at whole like.
you don't want to spend that much money like with a person you just met that you don't know if you're gonna have like a connection with. Does that make
Well,
sense?
any first date you want to make a good impression.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you would assume that you're the weird one
Like,
until you meet them.
I'd always do like somewhere free, like a park or a museum or something, and then make jokes on that.
Sure, but that's not McDonald's.
I know it's McDonald's, and I'm like, why would you out of food? You would, yeah.
Well, I'm
with Ryan
bad
on
at
this
the whole
one.
first date thing and like stuff in general. Like I don't know where people meet up. Like, but you're right. Like, would I choose McDonald's? No.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, if like I was talking to someone and they're like, "Hey, let's meet up at Donald's," I'd be like, "I love McDonald's." Like I would be like, "I am there."
He'd be the first one in the park.
Yeah, I mean, I would show up way hours before.
It's like, oh, dude, I already ordered for you. Here you go.
And then I ate it, but
we can get some more.
I do love
I've been here since breakfast. You mean you're going to meet me here where I already am?
Yeah.
All right,
You
so
want to meet at my house, McDonald's? Oh my gosh. Here we go. I live here.
met this guy on Bumble. Seemed decent and very cute, so I said, "Okay, let's go out." Daytime. He shows up 30 minutes late on a penny board and is as tall as me, 5'2", Short king is what I'm saying.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, short king.
We sat down in 5 minutes. We sat down, and 5 minutes in, he started recruiting me into his cult. Waitress overheard some of it and snuck me your phone number and an escape route.
That is
Incredible.
wow.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he shows up on a penny board. That's my favorite.
And
part
30
about
minutes
it.
late. Yep.
Yeah. He's like, hey, babe.
So I'd be like, dang, he's late. Like, what's going on? Then I'd see him roll up on that penny board, be like, got
There
it.
is.
Yeah. Where'd
Figured-
you come in from? It's
figured
we're-
that out.
Like we're actually like, let's just say it was in Charleston. He's like, oh yeah, I was in IOP. I was just skating all the way here.
That's so
What a
funny.
skater.
What a guy.
What a skater.
I mean, he was a skater boy, and she did say, see you later, boy.
She did.
That's
with
true.
that escape
he
route.
wasn't good enough for her.
Now here's one that's kind of very similar in like how the end of the date went, and this is less like the guy just kind of sucks, I guess, but it's more funny just the way that it ends. Had a date where this guy promptly told me his political views. I hated him so much, but was too nice just to leave, so I texted a cop friend of mine to come get me out of the date. Cop friend proceeds to fake arrest me in the middle of a restaurant. I have a feeling his version is way worse.
That is terrible. That is
could you
actually
imagine?
pretty bad.
So wait, what was the reason of her leaving?
Because
didn't
he
like his
was like being
political
super
views.
political just
Yeah.
on the first date, just coming right out of the gate with like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Politics is never
Yeah.
a good talk. Ever.
That's tough. Damn.
so to have your cop friend come fake arrest you, you're extra.
I wonder what he said.
You were so extra though.
I'd do it. I'd do it.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be so funny. I've,
Like,
I've
yeah.
had trouble like starting
But the thing
laughing.
is like, is what I get from that is it sounds like she didn't ask him to come fake arrest. It sounds like she was like, hey, can you
Yeah,
just come get me
maybe.
out? And then he was like, yes, I got you. And then he comes in like fake arrest her, and
You're
then she's
arrested.
like, I didn't want this. Like
That
anything
makes
else.
it more believable.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, wait, I'm getting arrested. Hold on, and she's just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That is so funny.
That's good.
Now here's one. I'm excited to see your guys' reaction to this one.
Okay.
Okay.
On a blind date, the girl orders Caesar salad and eats it with her hands. Tells me she's, quote unquote, not big into utensils. After eating, she asks me if I've accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior and invites me to confession.
Michael.
Okay. This is a keeper. This is a keeper. I think if you're eating salad with anything but your hands, you're doing it wrong. And you know what? I actually, because I used to do that when I was like younger. I have now evolved because I've realized that
He has hands.
I've
He's-
realized
he
that that's now
realized
not a.
He evolved into someone that has hands.
no. I evolved because I realized that's not a normal human person thing to do, as not eat salad with your hands. But like, anyway, so I had a friend though, or well, I guess not really a friend, but a kid that I did gymnastics with, and he was like, "Bro, me too." He was like, I eat salad with my hands, and then my mom gets mad at me, and this is what he said. He said, my mom gets mad at me, and I said, why is such a big deal, Mom? Jesus ate salad with his hands. Like, do you think Jesus used a fork?
You said that?
He said that. The kid said, he's like, do you think Jesus used a fork? And I'm like,
Do you think? Okay, that's
Well-
what you want in your glasses.
well, because the thing is now I'm sitting here and I'm like,
Jesus didn't eat with a fork.
did he?
No.
I don't know.
He probably didn't eat salad.
You don't know that. Like salad, it's
Literally,
not like salad
you have
wasn't
no idea
invented
what
back
Jesus
then.
ate.
It's not like salad is like a recent invention.
I mean, kinda.
It's
Not really.
lettuce.
It's leaves.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure, but they weren't like yeah, take that.
Yes,
Maybe.
they definitely were.
Maybe.
They definitely were.
They
They
didn't have the most
100% were. And then
nutrition
like yeah, Jesus was
background.
definitely like hand salad mouth. Like
I mean,
that's-
they had like spoons back then to eat soup.
did they?
Yeah.
don't know. Did they? Because
Yeah.
they might have just drank it out of the bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, they
I'd
could've done
think
that
it more
too.
Like that.
They probably had forks back then. Some variation of.
Hey God, if you're listening to this,
Give us a sign.
reply to us on Twitter. Tell us.
God.
After all my begging and pleading to God in the past few months, if this is what he responded to, I'd be a little TO'd.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, wow, he's real.
I think I like if I would not be. I think I'd be like, this is
Somebody
important.
get the God Twitter or God Instagram or God anything and just tweet at us. Just make our day.
So I've got a little two-parter for you.
Okay.
I don't know if this is where y'all think this will go. Here we go. New guy at work was kind of cool, so I invited him to a house party with my close friends because we all like to drink and play games. We play strip poker or something, and dude literally takes his pants off first and underwear second. Dick out first time we hung out. Shirt still on. Said it was the only way he played because he's no pussy. My friends were confused. I was mortified. I brought this weirdo to a party. We weren't even drunk yet. It was the second game. So anyway, we've been together for 5 years and got married in July.
That took a turn. I did not expect that.
Like, I'm trying to decide how I feel about that because like I'm like obviously like bro, chill out. But then the thing is he's not a pussy
You know, here's the
And
thing.
he's married.
Here's the thing.
and he's married. It worked.
Here's the
It
thing.
worked.
Imagine him as a very ugly person, and you're like, "Oh, what the heck? That's awful." But imagine him if it's like a super attractive person. You're like, "All right."
Like sure.
No,
but hold on.
I'm
Wait,
still
let me just-
thinking,
wait,
like,
let me just like
what the
rewind
hell
a
are
second.
you
Okay,
doing?
like hold on, let me just rewind. They said that they were playing strip poker, right?
They said strip poker or something. But the thing is, he went pants first, underwear
Well, I
second,
know,
left
but-
his shirt on.
But what I'm saying is like if they are playing strip poker, then it's not him just being like, hey, haha, like I'm just gonna take my pants off. Like if they're playing strip poker, then it's like, yeah, okay,
It's
like
with
you know,
the game.
he is no pussy.
Well, that's why nobody was like,
Freaking
ew,
out.
because
Well,
So
everyone,
what
like-
I'm saying is, you know what? He's not a pussy, and it worked out.
he,
And he
he's
played
not
the
a,
game. He
he's
played
not
the
a
game.
creep. That's
He's
so
just
nobody.
brave.
Yeah,
You know, I wish I had that much confidence in myself.
yeah,
So like, pop off. He's married. It worked for him.
it did. I
Dang.
guess it was a good impression.
I guess.
You know,
I guess he had a pretty
I have
handsome
such
cock.
mixed feelings about it. Like I have because like part of me wants to be like I hate that, but then the other part of me is like why do I respect it? Like you
I
know,
guess he had a pretty cock.
You're gonna completely forget this first one after I tell you this next one, and somehow I forgot that I saw this one, and
Okay.
okay. He couldn't pronounce the word brie over and over again, and then he told me that he A, slept naked with his dogs, and B, needed to go to the bathroom to fix his homemade foreskin restoration stretching rig.
no, that can't be real.
That's
That can't be real.
fake. 100%.
That cannot.
I
be
cannot
real.
believe
you
that.
made that up.
Yeah.
I did
Let me see
not
the
make
tweet. Let me
this
see the
up.
tweet.
That
I-
is not.
I
real.
did not make this up.
His homemade force. Was he joking? He had to have been joking.
I don't know.
He had to have been like, haha, this is funny. Because we joke about stuff like that.
Well, here's the true science of things like that is when you don't get your foreskin cut, it does get tighter as you age and
Yes.
you do have to stretch it out. But I do not know what a homemade foreskin restoration
But
stretching.
restoration, though.
I don't know.
Because that sounds like that it is gone and he's trying to like somehow get it back.
I don't know.
That is uncomfortable. But that's great.
No, Josh, but think about this. This was a first date.
No, I know. Like, that's great.
That's great.
I think he just needs to be honest and open.
So yeah, Ryan, you're all about honesty and keeping it truthful with like people. Would you accept this as like a first date? Like he's like, hey, just want to be honest with you. I'm going to do my.
If
What does that even look like? Because I'm imagining it looks like this thing that holds the microphone. Like, it can't be small. It can't be small unless it's like two paper clips.
What are those things called where like people like hang themselves from hooks?
Oh, like body suspension?
Yeah, that's what he does with his foreskin.
Bruh.
All right, here's a 3-parter. I started talking to this guy I saw in a local play. That was your first mistake, babe. And he asked me on a double date with his best friend and his girlfriend. They picked me up, but the friend's girlfriend didn't show up, so it was just the 3 of us. They made me sit in the back seat. We went to see some R-rated movie, but the friend forgot his ID and couldn't get in. He threw a huge fit, and the ushers threatened to kick us out. We saw some other movie, don't remember what, and I didn't talk to my date the entire time. They dropped me off, backseat again, and he sent me a dick pic on Snapchat and started talking about BDSM. A few days later, my childhood crush / close friend messaged me saying that he had heard I went on a date with this guy. He made me swear in my life I would never go on another date with him, and had no explanation why.
Okay, hold on. That last part I got confused there for a second. Say that
I'm
again.
concerned.
So a few days later,
Yeah.
my childhood crush / close friend
Yeah.
messaged me saying that he had heard that I went on a date with this guy.
Yeah.
He made me swear in my life
okay,
that I
got
would
it,
never
got it,
go on
got it,
another
got
date
it.
with him and
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
explain why.
I thought
And then
the guy was
apparently
saying-
in another tweet, she said that that guy died like a little while later.
Wow.
Okay, so the thing. Wait, the friend? The
Yeah.
close friend?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Bruh?
he killed her. He killed him. He killed him.
They didn't say like that it was connected.
100%
but
though. It is. Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, so like with all the other ones,
You
like,
didn't accept
like-
my dick pic.
No, like with all the other ones, I'm sitting here and I've been kind of like, king. Like, you know, like
King, foreskin restoration
I
kit.
I try my best to kind of like
King's got his crown on him.
But like I try, like the thing is like I try in a land run by Chads. I try my best to stand up for the virgins. But like, bruh, that is something else. Like that, no, I can't do it.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Movie theater. Little tidbit here. Don't you ever throw a fit over like fucking ID? The people are just doing their job. Fuck this guy.
That's
Well, that was the guy's friend that did that. But you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, that is terrible. I hate that. Wow, terrible. Not a king.
Not a king.
Not a king.
Not like
Not a
the
king.
foreskin guy.
Well, okay. The thing is like I know that like our relationship thing is saved for later, but I kind of feel like this is where it fits in. Like this
Yeah, go ahead.
This is now where it fits in.
You
So
start a relationship now?
you can go first, yeah.
No, you're good. You set it up.
No, because
Oh, okay, with
you
mine.
have-
With
you have
mine.
one,
Yeah. Okay, so I've got something. Can you move that so I can read that?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have
But-
because the story was deleted.
Before we get to this, I just want to point out that when we were at work the other day, Bryce told me, dude, I've got this great segment for the show.
Okay, I don't know if it's great because I went through it with my head and I'm like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm just going to see how it goes.
Bryce like, I got this great idea for this show. It's called Mom's A Word. Because I don't cuss.
Ass.
Yeah. And I was like, oh no. And he's like, and it flows into relationship advice. And I was like, okay. And he goes, and dude, I promise it's not ancestral. And I'm like, And then I read what he wrote on the Google Doc that we have set up. And I'm like, this is clearly ancestral.
Hold on.
So
Hold
here
on.
we go. Let
Here we
me.
go. So this is called, I call this the ass segment. All right.
So this
So-
is a reoccurring bit.
No, this isn't. I just
Okay.
I was too lazy to actually turn it yellow. So the title of it says, I, 15 male, got a boner when my mom, 42 female, sat on me when we were moving. And so the basically of the story, that's the gist of it. And so like they're moving, the truck moves, his mom like falls on his like lap, and then he ends up getting a boner. And so the dude's like, oh, dude, it's so embarrassing. Like, I feel weird. Like, do I now have a thing for my mom? I swear it's not like ancestral or anything. His username was like a throwaway thing.
Mom lover.
No, it was no incest. But like that was the only thing he posted. So that was definitely a throwaway account. I don't know if this is a troll or whatever, but the comments were like, dude, like you're 15, you just hit puberty or something, and like you could rub your dick wrong on the couch and it would like give you a boner. And I'm like, fair, but this guy
Or rub it right on the couch.
Okay.
with his mom.
Oh.
I hate this. I hate this.
Anyway,
I hate
so
this.
this
I
guy-
hate this. I hate this. I hate
So
this.
this guy in the comment section of Reddit, all right, not that I go on Reddit or anything, that this guy comments, and I swear this guy's like an uncle of like this creepy uncle, but he's just like, hey, dude, it's okay. Ass is ass.
All right.
Oh.
There it is. Yep. All right. There it is. I'm surprised that guy wasn't like incest lover.
Yeah, I know, right?
129
As soon
or
as
something.
I said just like a simple math equation, like the kid's in there with his therapist, and he's just like, so I'm gonna write this one out for you. This is ass equals ass. Simple equation. Simple equation.
You know what though?
Oh no.
I guess at the end of the day, you just really gotta sit down, pray, and really consider that love wins.
Shut up. All right, hold on.
Hold on, I'm not done. So like back into the therapist thing, like imagine like
Love wins.
you're the kid, right?
Oh no! Don't make me the kid! Don't make me the
Hold
kid!
on.
Don't make me the
So
kid!
you're the kid.
Love
you're the
wins,
kid.
dude. You're the kid.
Love wins. So I'm the therapist, and I'm like, okay, so whose ass is this right here?
I don't know.
It's your mom's. This is your mom's ass.
Oh.
Your mom's ass is ass. Just letting you know. Now,
Please.
whose ass is this? I'm getting to a moral here. Don't worry.
I don't know, Bryce.
It's James Charles.
oh.
The best ass in entertainment.
Oh.
Ass transcends gender. That's the moral. There you go.
All right. Anyways,
That
Segment
roundabout way
over.
is-
so I've
There you
got, Hold on. I've got two.
Wait, before you go, they made a post.
Oh, okay. But
Let's-
like, these are good. These are good.
Let's see what the post is real
It's gonna
fast.
be the porn thing. Please don't.
It
Let
better
I
be the
don't
porn
know
thing.
what it's gonna be.
Please be the porn thing.
What?
What is it?
What?
Arriving?
Oh no.
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm confused.
Hyman Seafood is where it was tagged.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
human centipede.
It's a human centipede made of Furbies.
Wow.
And the geotag is Hyman's Seafood.
And
that.
arriving.
And the caption is arriving.
I'm surprised at the creativity.
No, I hate
That is some creativity. Wow. Hyman's Seafood.
I hate that. I hate that.
I like it.
Oh my gosh.
No incest, guys.
No. But, all right, I got two. So one's like the one I was gonna read last time about. This is written about me. Like this first one's.
Oh,
About
I
me.
see. Yeah.
But then the second one, wholesome as hell.
It's not really written about you, though, right?
No, it's really written about me.
It's
Like,
not really.
actually, it's
This-
you.
This is me.
Okay.
Right.
All right. This
So-
better be incestual.
It's not. Sorry. My husband has some disturbing requests for after he's passed away. This one is really bizarre.
I
and
saw
I'm
this
sorry
one.
ahead of time. My husband of 12 years has had some medical problems recently. The topic about end of life plans came up, and I asked if he wanted to be buried. He didn't want that, nor did he want to be cremated. My husband wants me to have his skull taken from his body and cleaned. Then he wants that skull put on the mantelpiece in the living room. The rest of his body he wants sent to one of those places that makes the gems out of the bodies and made them into 2 blue diamonds. He then wants those gems to be put in the eye socket of the skull to look like eyes. Then he can watch the family home and be passed down through the generations. My husband has always had a morbid, culturally insensitive sense of humor. As such, when he'd mentioned it before he was sick, I thought he was joking. Turns out, he is not joking. He even asked me to do it too, so our skulls and matching eye gems can stay above the fireplace together. I adamantly refused. I tried talking to him, but he's firm that this is what he wants. I told him that it made me uncomfortable, but he said it was also for our kids to have, who are not currently old enough to weigh in on this discussion. I asked if this was his way of trying to live on with the family even after death, and he said, not really, no. I asked where he wanted the extra cremated remains from the gem company spread, and he told me that he didn't want any remains and to just have the biggest gems possible made and have the company dispose of the rest. I argued that he had no idea if his children would want the literal skull of their father. Further, which child would take the skull after I died? And in 2 or 3 generations, how would he feel if/when his descendants just told the bizarre human skull at a garage sale because it means nothing to them? And finally, how is he going to feel about the fact that I, in my grief and trying to process the loss of him, would likely never take that skull out of the box, much less have to live with him staring at me every time I sat on the couch? He essentially wasn't worried or didn't care about any of it. And regarding not taking it out of the box, it's the only time he seemed upset. He told me that was what he wanted, and I'd be ignoring his final wishes. I told him that he didn't have to live with those final wishes for years to come, but it didn't matter. Part of me wants to get over my feelings, but I can't. I want to cry thinking of someone hacking apart my husband and handing me his bones. And I feel anxiety over the thought of putting that skull with his blue eyes in my home until I die. I'm fine if he wants a burial. I'm fine with cremation. Viking funeral, that weird thing where they turn you into tree food, whatever. I'm even fine with the gems on their own. But this whole skull thing is really bothering me. He won't budge, and he is not joking. At this point, I'm thinking I would just do a simple cremation after he passes and spread his ashes on our property, but that seems sneaky and dishonest. But there is absolutely no way that I can comfortably live with what he's asking if he passes away before me. What do I do?
Did we already talk about this one?
You and I talkt about it, Bryce.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, I saw this on something, and Bryce and I talked about this before.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny.
This sounds like exactly something that I would do.
Yeah, that's me.
That's something I'd want to do.
Yeah.
100%.
That's him.
I actually, I talked with Aaron and I was like, okay.
Like this is amazing. I just admire every bit of the dedication to the bit that this man has.
Yeah, 100%.
I just love it.
I know. He's a ride or die.
Yeah,
He's
I
literally
definitely say you should do it and stop being a coward.
Like
That's my
I
advice.
get where she's coming from, but I'm like, babe, this is the man you married.
Yeah.
You knew that he was
Yeah.
this.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are people in the comments saying?
I don't know. That I screenshot all these.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But here's one, and this one's wholesome. This one, like I like read and I was expecting something kind of funny or something, but then I was like, damn. So okay, it says, "Am I the asshole for letting my brother call me dad and refusing to tell him the ugly truth? I'm well aware that this story sounds extremely hard to believe and fake, and I'm aware that there will be many shitpost comments below. Sorry, but this story is 100% true, and it is a hot topic of discussion in my family at the moment. I was born when my parents were both 19, and my only older brother." And my only other brother, let's call him Josh, was born when they were 42. They divorced shortly after Josh was introduced to the world. He was 4 months old at this time, and they both wanted nothing to do with the child. At the time, I was 23, and I was living alone with my then-girlfriend, who was 21, who's now my wife, and I had done the best I could to convince at least one of them to take care of young Josh for his sake and the family's sake, but they refused adamantly and said that I should be taking custody of him instead. So I became legal guardian of my brother, and he's been living with us for the past 12 years, and things have been going really smooth for us. Josh, now almost 13, has been calling me dad and my wife mom, and our 2 children, his siblings, and he has absolutely no idea about his real parents. And to be honest, I let all of that slide. He has no idea that I'm really his blood brother and not his father, and I'm starting to feel guilty and a little weird. Some of my uncles and aunts came to visit occasionally, and they are really disgusted at the fact that he calls me dad, and they are surprised that I haven't told him the truth. They constantly message me, talk to me in private, and I cannot chat to them without this one particular topic rising up, badgering me to let him know, but I already refused. I discussed this with my wife, and she thought it would be wrong to tell him the truth because none of my parents wanted to take care of him, and I'm the only person in the world who gave him the father figure everyone deserves. I feel that he has the right to know what he is to me and what I truly am to him, but he suffered enough already, and I just want things to continue how it is. Am I the asshole? Would I be the asshole if I let him know the truth? Update. About 70% of the comments are advising me to tell my son who I really am to him, and some are saying sooner rather than later. I've just got up to discuss this with my wife, and now after a lot of hesitation, we've decided that it's best the truth comes from us, and it has to come now. Right now it's late for us, but we shall address this to him first thing this week or even tomorrow. Thank you. And then he posted an update thing. It said, hey guys, so many people wanted me to update on my previous post and wanted me to seek professional advice first before I take matters into my own hands. Apologies if it's long. I'll try my best to make it as detailed as possible, making it short. I went to my local therapist and told him about my situation and asked what to do. To keep it short, he said he's heard similar accounts from before and said it is best if I tell him as soon as possible for multiple reasons and to make sure that my biological children are present. I asked a few of my closest friends, and the majority said more or less the same thing. My wife and I decided to sit the kids down and burst the big bubble. I asked my brother Josh to come closer, and I made sure I held him close to make him feel comfortable. He asked, "What's going on?" But I started by telling him how much we cared and loved for him, then told him everything about my parents. I put him in a bright light in hopes of a future reunion, and who I am to him, then quickly hugged him and my other 2 kids together and told him that I love all my children the same, and nothing is going to change my love for him. He was shocked and asked if I was joking, but I was starting to cry a little at this point, so he knew I was serious. My biological children were very surprised too. He was in tears and asked me why I didn't tell him sooner. I didn't know what to say and said, I was just trying to protect you, I'm sorry, and I hope you can forgive me. But unfortunately and understandably, he left. He didn't talk to me as much, again, understandably so. I continuously offered to go out to the park and play a bit of football. He loves that and all of his favorite things, but he just outright declined and even got a little angry sometimes from even talking to him. I thought I messed up big time, until one day while my wife and 2 children were out doing shopping and we were alone, he came up to me and said, I know you're not my real father, but I want to let you know that you're the best dad in the whole world. I'm sorry for before. I hugged him and things got pretty emotional. It would be a big lie to say my house is normal now, far from that, but things are slowly, ever so slowly, starting to brighten up. There's no longer anything to hide anymore, and it feels like we are born again. Josh is a tough kid, and he handled this far better than I believed he would. I'll be looking to therapy for him to help him recover just in case it doesn't go well in the long run. I'll strive and continue to be a great dad for my kids and a great dad to my brother/son. Thank you, Reddit, for pushing me towards this happy ending. Thank you for all the advice and judgments I got, excluding the rude ones about my uncles and aunts. Eek. I love you all. Good night.
Wow.
Yeah. So, when I first read the title, I think I had a similar reaction to y'all. Like, I was like, what? I was like, what is this even going to be? And then when I finished it, I was like, okay. Shoot. That's hitting me in the heartstrings. Damn. That's like wholesome, dude.
That hurt.
Could you imagine?
I couldn't.
Like this isn't a. This is a frequent occurrence. Things like this happen all the time. You know, but wow.
Yeah. It was
what
wholesome.
A good brother.
It was wholesome.
I know.
Like, what an absolute legend.
I don't blame the guy for a second.
No,
for
100%.
Not
I think
saying
he's a
earlier.
great person.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think it was one of those things where it's like you're put between a rock and a hard place. And you gotta make the best decision.
It's the best, the better of 2 evils or whatever the heck.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like you tell him growing up, and he's gonna feel isolated his whole life growing up.
Yeah,
you tell him now, and he kind of he feels lied to. You know, it's just like.
But they heal.
But it sounds like it's like kind of going okay. Like because I read that last night. Originally I was just gonna read the one about the dude after he died, whatever, and I was like, ha. But then like after I read that, I was like, no, this is worth sharing. This is good. Like this is good. Like that was wholesome, dude. I was like,
I just feel bad for the older brother because not only does he have to live with this his whole life, like sure the younger brother has to deal with the repercussions of the family, but the older brother had to be with it the whole time.
Yeah,
you know.
but it's not even that. It's like obviously, like I mean, it's just a post on the internet, so I guess I don't know the guy, whatever. But like, I mean, he sounds like a great dude.
Yeah,
It's
he
like, Not
does.
only did he take him under his wing at such a young age, like,
Yeah.
especially to like take him under his wing, raise him as his own, everything like that. Give him this the best life that he could possibly provide to this kid. That technically is not his responsibility, but like dang, like he did that. But then not only that, it's like when he explained to Josh the situation, he put his parents in the best light, just in hopes that one day Josh could reunite with them and it wouldn't be bad blood. Like that's like wow.
Like, and he said he was 23 when this happened. Like,
when he had taken,
we're
Josh was
almost
a baby.
23.
Josh was a brand new baby.
Yeah.
And it's not even just that; it's like his wife too, who was his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
That was,
21.
That's a ride or die right there.
ride
By the
or
way,
that was
die.
like yes, we will take in this kid. I will take care of him like he is my own son.
yeah.
Wow.
I wonder how the siblings feel.
I don't know.
They said they seem like about that he's
Shocked.
a brother.
Like,
Yeah.
it just said that they seemed shocked, and that was about where they left it for them. But like wow, wholesome.
The thing is, I'd love to believe this, and I love that
I
it
believe
says-
it.
I can't. I can't.
I believe it. Yeah.
I think it's a great story, but I can't believe anything on Reddit.
I don't know. No, I
can't.
believe it. Like I said, these things happen all the time. Like this isn't like a random occurrence. Like I think this is realistic.
Again, the therapist even said that he dealt with similar situations all the time.
Yeah.
Like in the thing, and it's like, but I think this like is probably just like a best case scenario that like all
Yeah.
this stuff kind of happened to work out so well for Josh and everything. Like
Maybe that's my problem with it.
this is best case scenario.
Yeah.
Good things can happen in this cruel world. All right,
All right, dude.
trust me.
Whatever.
Like I always keep the emo mindset of this world is broken and there's nothing I can do to fix it. But then sometimes I read stuff like this and I'm like, damn, okay,
Maybe something can heal it.
yep, maybe something can heal it.
Well, you know what?
It takes a village.
Maybe you need sometimes
What?
is to trade those mistakes.
Trade those mistakes. There it is. That's a lead
the
into
quote.
our next song, by the way.
And then maybe you just need a little Suicide Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Yes.
Okay.
All right, you kind of asked for that one right there.
Let's get into some music. Let's listen to Trade Mistakes by Panic at the
disco.
um
Anyways, we're gonna listen to music. We'll see you when we come.
and then Suicide Saturday by Hippocampus.
Okay, bye. Hey, we're back and we got distracted. Ryan, we all got distracted. We were having sex.
I'm not having sex. I'm being an anime boy.
We were being an anime boys. Having sex. Coming.
That's when you like are watching your sister die, like every anime character does.
No incest.
What? No, I didn't say anything
Exactly.
about
I'm just
Bryce.
stating.
What you got in your mind?
That guy's name was No Incest.
Y'all.
We wrote about that.
that. Y'all, this like literally happened to me when I was walking downtown, like when I was coming to the show.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna tweet about it, but now it's already out of my lips, and so I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
Do you ever like think, man, like I probably look really angry right now? Like I have a pretty bad RBF, and so I'll be like walking downtown. I'm like, if somebody looked at me, they probably think I was pretty angry right now.
Yeah.
But if they like read my thoughts, all they would hear would just be like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song on repeat.
Yeah.
And that's literally what was happening. Because, like, I was walking down, I was just thinking, like, Mishka, Muska, Mickey Mouse. Like, that's what was going on in my head. But on the outside, I looked like,
How do you? It's like me, my brain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that actually kind of reminds me. Like this is a little off topic, but because I was just thinking like
That's
what
pretty good, by the
song
way.
plays in my head all the time, and like a lot of times it's "What the Hell" by Avril Lavigne because it's a great song. But so here's what I was thinking. That like I was thinking about this earlier. Is so I've been working like a good bit, like thinking about perfectly trying to craft the perfect set of songs for like the show for my birthday.
Yeah.
And so like I've been trying very hard to come up with like the perfect set of songs.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult because I'm like, I don't know what's so good. I have one of them, but then I was like, I gotta put "What the Hell" on there. I love that song.
So
And
it's not going to be all 21 Pilots.
it's not gonna be all 21 Pilots. There will be multiple. But like, but
You have to read I'm looking at Bryce. Bryce, you have to read your fan fiction on his birthday.
Is that what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be sexual.
Good.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good.
But hold on.
I'm just warning you guys.
So I
Good.
like, I was like, I have to put "What the Hell" on there. I love that song, and it charted. It charted.
Ah.
Every-
I think we could break that
No,
rule. I could talk with Arel.
No, I don't.
I could totally break that rule.
It It reached number 11. Like I can still do some Avril Lavigne, you know.
Hey,
but, like,
Why don't you sing it for us?
Okay, I won't do that.
Or maybe
your
Bryce.
Avril Lavigne impression.
Maybe
really
Bryce and
good.
I
I
will.
can do
Maybe
it, yeah.
Bryce and I will perform it for you.
Yeah, I'll be the
Ooh.
drums.
No, you're both singing it.
Yeah.
I'll harmonize.
Let's both sing it right now.
Okay. I don't know this song.
Me neither.
All my life I've been good. But
Oh, what the heck?
hell? Yeah, it's so
Got
good.
it. Got
That
it.
song.
Yeah, that
Best
definitely charted.
Song. It did. Number
Yeah,
11.
I know.
And I was like, dang it.
Did you have to look that up?
I did. I just needed to make sure.
Oh,
Like, I just
gotcha.
needed to make sure because I know people obviously know the song, but I was like, let me just because like songs that I thought that had charted from her didn't like as to top 40. So I was like, huh. So I was like, did it reach top 40 or what? And it did.
So for y'all that don't know, with pretty much any radio show, be it us or otherwise, most stations, unless they're willing to pay a good amount or they get exclusive rights to those songs, are not allowed to play any music that has charted in the top 40s. This is just to ensure that there's no copyright claims or that they don't hit on any radar, etc. And that includes us for sure. While we're not monitored by the FCC, it just makes sure that we are just staying
Yeah,
within a
it'll be
safe
fine.
limits.
Yeah.
So we can say pretty much anything that we want to on here, but we
Because
just
it's not on radio.
right. We just can't do. I think it might be Tune In, the thing that you're probably listening to right now, that moderates and says that we can't do anything top 40.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, maybe. But man, really puts it. Really just kind of dampens it because I was like, this
I'll
would
see
be
what I
good.
can do.
And to some of you that listen to the recording
There you
on
go.
YouTube once we're done being live and we upload those on YouTube. So like maybe you miss a show. Although you are skipping out on your civic duty, which is to listen to your president every week. But if you are someone that listens to the recordings, just know that in the description of every video, we do have the raw version of the show. It's a Google Drive link. So as I'm sure you're aware, we have to cut out the songs when we upload them to YouTube. But if you want to listen to the full version with those songs in it, you can just go to the link in the description of that YouTube video where we have it, where you can still listen to it with the songs. So, that still gives us the view for the video, but it also makes sure that you get the full experience and doing your, civic patriotic duty of listening to this podcast.
Yes. Or you will be arrested on site.
You'll be arrested on site and
No,
shot,
sorry.
probably killed.
I apologize just in advance.
It is not. We don't apologize
Just kidding. I
because
hate
you should have
all.
done it all along.
Yeah, you should have done it.
Like it is.
it's
your
it's
civic
in
duty.
your civic duty.
Yeah.
It's in the law.
It is.
It
You're
is
right.
the law.
It is the law.
All right.
Josh, I think you read some books for us.
What?
I think
What
you
was
read some
show
books
tunes?
for us.
Did I just completely? Was that what that was?
That'll be a future segment. We just
Okay.
have time for it today.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, book
Okay,
review.
so I don't know if y'all even remember this segment because it was so long ago now. But yeah, the idea is that Ryan gave me The Darkest Minds and Bryce gave me Supermarket by Logic. And like every week I have to read a chapter and then do like a review on it for the show. And so I don't know if I necessarily remember what I read last time to give y'all a thing. I'll do my best. I'll do a crash course. So for Darkest Minds, it started off with the main character, Ruby, and she's chilling like in a concentration camp type deal.
Pretty much, yeah.
And she's complaining about the hum of the electric fence. And she's like, yo, this place sucks. People are crazy. Like, we got superpowers. I hate it. And then like there was like a high pitched sound and she passes out. And that was like all that happened in there. And then chapter 1, we go back in time, throw it back for a real one.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That doesn't happen in this book probably. But
We'll see.
So we'll see. But I don't think it happens. But I don't know.
see.
I'll stay tuned.
Stay
But-
tuned.
Yeah, listen to next time to find out. But anyways, so like throw back to a real one.
Stay tuned to see
She's
if
like
Ruby
in
throws it
elementary
back.
school, and she was saying that kids were like dying of some sort of like brain disease, and then it was like really scary and stuff, and her parents were like not letting her figure out that like that was even a thing that was happening because they didn't want her to freak out that she might just randomly die because kids were just kind of dropping. They were just like, oh, we're dying, and then eventually like the president was like, yo, hey, we've got this great new system that we're implementing where it's like this like it's like he didn't say concentration camp, but essentially that's what it ends up being. But he's like this system where it's like we are gonna
Rehabilitation centers.
yeah, he was like we're gonna take care of like victims or like survivors, people who survive these episodes and like their families and everything. And then that was that. But turns out it's like it was just because the people who survive it get like superpowers or something like that, and then they're like scared of him because they don't know what to do. So, and that was that. That's what I've gotten so far.
So I have the name for this segment, or like Josh's book review. He reads the book, so you don't have to.
Yeah. Which is funny because I'm
Mine's a good
illiterate.
book, though.
I'm illiterate, and it's very hard for me to read a book. I sit down, I see 3 pages, and I'm like,
Luckily, dude. Speaking of 3 pages.
hold on. Okay, so hold on, because you're right. So the logic one, we were talking about it last night when we were going through and setting up the show, what it was going to be and everything, and I was like, oh shoot, the logic chapter 1 is only like 3 pages. I was like, I got this, easy game. And so like I was like, I'm gonna sit right through and read this, and it was pretty late at night. Like I was tired because I had gotten off work and everything, and so I was like pretty tired when I like read these things, so I was kind of out of it. And so turns out I just reread the logic one that I read last time. I totally didn't read a new chapter. I totally read the same one and like thought that I was just picking up where it left, because I thought I had read like an introduction, you know, because like The Darkest Minds had an introduction. Then
It was like
chapter 1.
anime the book. You get
So-
like 50% of the episode is flashback from the last episode
so
or earlier in the
So I
episode.
was sitting there and I was like, all right, so introduction is what I read last time. Logic. So I would say the main character's Logic.
It's not his name.
Well, it is now.
Mr. Logic.
had just
Mr.
killed a
Logic.
guy.
John F. Logic.
Had like
Yeah.
killed a man.
Yeah.
And then like that's all I had remembered from the last thing. And then when
Yeah.
I reread it this time, I was like, oh, so this is him now thinking like, shoot, I just killed a guy. Like, here's what I think about it. Like, here's what it's like. Like, here I'm going to describe the scene for you and everything. And then it wasn't until like this morning, right before I left the house, where I was like, that was just what I read last time. That is exactly the chapter that I read last time. So, I mean, that I just kind of gave y'all a brief rundown, but if y'all want to go listen to my old one, it's in episode
Who knows? Probably 7.
7. Yeah, that's what I had to get. I was gonna say 7, maybe. It's up there somewhere.
This is episode 11 right now.
Yeah, but oh shoot, yeah, we can check. Yo, Bryce got the big brain over here.
Um,
Ryan, keep him entertained.
I have a goal this year to read 30 books. In
Crazy.
2018, I read 25. 2019, I read 1. And so this year I said, let's shoot for 30. Why not? Even though I struggled to read 25. And no. So I finished my first one. It's a great book. It was King of Scars, which is in the Grishaverse series. If you're a reader, if you like high fantasy, if you like YA, definitely go read the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. It's being turned into a Netflix series. It is just so good. It features a female protagonist that is very different than your normal female protagonist, because she has thoughts and she has feelings, and she's
a thought.
she isn't just like, I don't know which boy to pick. I don't know what I should do with my powers. Instead, she's like, yeah, I'm going to like save the world, and I'm going to like sacrifice everything identity wise and everything because I don't matter and the world matters.
Interesting.
And it's great. And she is a very well written character.
Very selfless.
And what's so nice about these books is the first 3 books do focus on her, but then there's a duology that follows, and a duology that's been written now. And I read the first of the second duology, which is what I just finished, came out last year. Those books don't focus on her, and it just shows that this world can survive without her. And I'm not going to say you forget about her, because the world is definitely affected by what she does in the trilogy, but it's just so awesome because, you know, you just realize that this is a well-rounded world. And I think that it really shows whether it's, you know, whether you're a musician or rather a songwriter, I should say, or an artist or an author or whatever you are, if you create a media and you can prove, and this goes well with shows and movies as well, if you can prove that the world in which you create can exist outside of the thing that you introduced it to, then you have done an incredible job, and really like your job as a writer or artist in some way, that you were able to make something survive outside of the introduction period.
Yeah.
Like I could compare that to you guys like Star Wars. I have never watched them, so I couldn't speak for them in regards to how well they do. But obviously, like the new movies didn't have the same main characters as the original did. For me, I would think of the Avatar series and Korra. You know, like Legend of Korra. The people love Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Legend of Korra is a brand new character, but it's the same world, and it thrives and does such an amazing job without that main character in it still. So I think it's situations like that. Like, you know that you have achieved your goal and you have probably exceeded your own limits when you can do something like that. So, good job.
Can we talk about how Avatar just looks so good, even like looking at it now?
Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so good, and I'm like, well, they did a really good job animating this
They really
because
did.
if it holds up to what like now standards,
Well, that's why I just love 2D animation so much. And we don't have a lot of time. Maybe we
yeah,
can,
I know we can talk about this in later episodes, so we'll
Yeah.
just skip this. We'll talk about it later. Josh, it's time for your rap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's remember your words were not. I'm looking at number 8.
Meatball, Germany, and
Meatball, Germany, and plunder.
And the episode that the book review Josh had was episode 8.
Episode
Yeah.
8.
so
Gotcha.
go check it on YouTube. But okay, so for this one, like these were very hard words to do. I had no idea how to link them together, and normally it's not that they're ever easy, but these ones in particular, I was like, how do I do this? So I totally just wrote something entirely different and just kind of stuck them in there. It's very obvious that I had no idea what to do with them. So I was like, yep, there they go. So they're in there. So it's awkward, but like whatever. But for this song, I kind of shared with Ryan before, like a little bit during the break when we were talking about it, that I was like nervous to share it because it's not something that I normally write. I just kind of had this idea of like, I'm just going to kind of write like your standard pop song, you know, like and that's something that I don't normally do, but I was like, I just kind of want to give it a shot, write something new. But I felt uncomfortable because that's not what I normally do.
So I'm prepared to hear something that is not Josh. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
your
not
normal
me.
work.
It's not me. Like this isn't a reflection of me as a person or anything. It's just something that I just felt like I kind of want to try something new.
Okay.
So, anyways, I'm so tired of I love you and you're so tired of love. I'm so burnt out on promises and you just given up. But I'm waiting outside your broken window in the cold, hands are bleeding. It's probably a bad decision, but I'll fold, we can pick up the pieces. Because it might not be forever that we're together, bare skin on the leather. But tonight might be alright if you'd invite me out of the bad weather. Why do mistakes feel okay with you, even if this doesn't mean a thing? Regrets are just haste decisions, like meatballs are just balls of meat. I can't remember how we got here, and you don't want to know. I've just been waiting to go, though, and you're already home. But I'm on my way there because I don't know. I'm alone, so misleading. Definitely a bad decision on my mind, but I just can't beat it. Because it might not be forever that we're together, bare skin on the leather. But tonight might be alright if you'd invite me in out of the bad weather. Why do mistakes feel okay with you, even if this doesn't mean a thing? Regrets are just haste decisions, like Volkswagens from Germany. We don't hate each other, but we've fallen out of love. And we're tangled up on your sofa, something we can't get rid of. Because it might not be forever that we're together, bare skin on the leather. But tonight might be alright if you'd invite me in out of the bad weather. Why do mistakes feel okay with you? Why do you keep pulling me under? Loneliness was made for two, like pirates were made to plunder.
All right. All right.
And that's all I had.
I think the plunder fit the best
Yeah,
of the three words.
Because like,
I
I was like, what am I
love the
supposed
meatball.
to do with meatball?
I
in
love
Germany?
meatball.
Suck on the meatballs on the bare leather, baby.
No.
Suck my meatballs,
No,
Baby.
baby.
I was surprised though because that was still better than you kind of set a precedent for because I was expecting like, oh, he says it's gonna be trash pop. So I was ready to hear like, yeah, baby, meatballs plunder Germany. But instead you were like, here's like sentences.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Most pop people don't
chorus
do that
in there.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, put a chorus in there and everything. I don't know. I was just like, how do I put some of this like sad pretty boy shit? You know,
Yeah.
like how do I make some of that? And so like that's kind of what I did. But like I felt uncomfortable with it because I was like, it's definitely not something I normally write, and it's not something that I'm like looking to start writing necessarily. It was just something where I was like, I'll just try writing something.
It was
new.
a fun little thing for you.
It was
Yeah.
a fun little thing, I guess. Like I don't know how I feel about it, but there it is. So three
Well, I'm
words,
glad
very
that we
hard.
have
out
this creative outlet for you, Joshua.
There it is.
There it is. There it was. There it was.
There it was.
There it was, and here it is again.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, we're kind of out of time, but I'll do it one more time. Okay. Sorry, Rel, and anyone. Okay. I'm so tired of I love you, and you're so tired of love. I'm so burnt out on promises, and you've just given up. But I'm waiting outside your broken window, and the cold hands are bleeding. It's probably a bad decision, but I'll fold. We can pick up the pieces. Because it might not be forever that we're together, bare skin on the leather. But tonight might be alright if you'd invite me in out of the bad weather. Why do mistakes feel okay with you, even if this doesn't mean a thing? Regrets are just haste decisions, like meatballs are just balls of meat. I can't remember how we got here, and you don't want to know. I've just been waiting to go, though, and you're already home. But I'm on my way there because I don't know. I'm alone, so misleading. Definitely a bad decision on my mind. I just can't beat it. Because it might not be forever that we're together, bare skin on the leather. But tonight might be alright if you'd invite me in out of the bad weather. Why do mistakes feel okay with you, even if this doesn't mean a thing? Regrets are just haste decisions, like Volkswagens from Germany. We don't hate each other, but we've fallen out of love, and we're tangled up on your sofa, something we can't get rid of. Because it might not be forever that we're together, bare skin on the leather. But tonight might be alright if you'd invite me in out of the bad weather. Why do mistakes feel okay with you? Why do you keep pulling me under? Loneliness was made for two, like pirates were made to plunder. The end.
Epic.
And now it's time
That
for
that was not cringe.
I don't know. I think it kind of is.
That was not cringe.
I appreciate it, but
I don't think it's cringe.
Yeah.
thank you. I think it kind of is.
If I were to rate it, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
That's a little high, but
That is a little high.
see, I do appreciate it though.
I'm just saying. I liked it.
So
I love that that's the joke now. That is so
Yeah.
funny.
I do appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Well,
I liked
Bryce,
it. I
why
liked
don't
it.
why don't you sail this sinking ship out of here?
Okay. I'm sailing the sinking ship. We'll call this the Titanic. And the Titanic's heads to somewhere. Is the song's name? I don't remember.
Sinking ship. Sinking ship.
Sinking ship. Sinking ship. We didn't even make it there, so goodbye.
All right, we'll see.
Wait, no. Y'all, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to do an outro here because Bryce was too much of a coward to do it.
Got you.
You
We-
just threw me on the
hold
spot.
on.
I wasn't even prepared.
You're the host.
You're good. No,
All right.
All right, here we go. I got you. I'll give you a more professional one.
sorry, just rising up.
Okay. All right. Well, Josh rises up for the gamers. Woo! Ryan sits down for all the professionals. And I talk you to sleep. Tonight's a good night for you to get some rest. And to be resurrected by next week, Thursday, 5 to 6:30 for the Dead Zone Radio. You can follow us on the Instagram at Dead Zone Radio and on the Twitter at the Dead Zone Radio.
Nope.
Nope.
Dead
Dead Zone
Zone
on
Air.
Air. That's what it was. And I hope you all have a peaceful slumber until next Thursday. And hope your bones stay dry.
And follow us on YouTube.
What Ryan said.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
I really like this voice that I'm doing right now. Just my voice sounds very nice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
No, we're leaving.
Goodbye,
we're leaving.
everyone.
There we go.
Thank
Goodbye,
you
guys.
for
Thank you so much.